Right, guys. So according to Runner's World, there's no such thing as going too slow in an easy run. Yet they recommend that in your easy runs, your heart rate should be 140 to 150 beats per minute. Now, I haven't used a heart rate monitor since the summer of 2015. But in the summer of 2015, I took Runner's World's advice and I did my easy runs at that heart rate. And I actually found I was surprised. It actually felt quite tough, compared to what I was doing before. Because before, my heart rate was way lower than that. It must have been like 100. But, how do you know? One thing I will say is these guys are hypocrites, all of them. Like on Quora, I was reading up this comment by a guy. He said there's no such thing as going too slow in an easy run. As long as you stress the legs, that's the hypocrisy. To stress the legs, you have to run relatively quick. I'm not saying it should be like a session or anything, but the thing is, these guys, they're hypocrites. I mean, look, I was talking to one of my club mates, Rob, and he was saying, oh, but there's no such thing as going too slow in an easy run. And I said, but what if I'm doing 12-minute miles? And he said, yeah, but that's practically walking. Yeah, but I'm right. There is such thing as going too slow. 12-minute miles is too slow. Now, if there was no such thing as going too slow in an easy run, then the postmen, they'd be the fastest people on the planet because they walk around for 5 to 6 hours a day, and that's training apparently. That's not too slow to count as like aerobic building mileage. Do you know what I mean? Or what about when I'm lying down? Does that count as training? Am I moving quick enough then when I'm just lying down? Oh, any pace is okay. Like going 0 miles an hour, that's fine. Do you know what I mean? Okay, seriously, you get the gist of what I'm saying. Yeah, so you do need to stress the legs. I find that if you're not stressing legs at all, then from my experience, it's almost like you didn't even train. That might sound very harsh, but I learned this lesson the hard way. I ran very poorly on Sunday in the Reform 5K, and last couple of weeks I was just doing my runs really slow, and I just I wasn't stressing the legs. You need to feel it after a run. Do you know what I mean? If you're not feeling anything after a run, then you probably didn't push yourself. Do you know what I mean? Now I'm starting to push myself again. This morning I did an hour run. My legs were actually a little sore for, not very sore, not like I was limping or anything. A little bit sore, like you could feel it for a few hours up until about the middle of the day. Then my legs felt fine again. They were fresh. They felt like there was no stress. So yeah, that's good. I stressed the legs. The legs recovered. They strengthened. And then I went for another 45-minute run this evening. Do you know what I mean? And that's the thing. And also breathing. Breathing is one thing you take into account. Of course, you should be able to hold a conversation. I'm not saying you shouldn't. But, let's say I'm beside you and I'm hearing your breathing when you're doing like an easy run. I feel like I should be able to hear your breaths. It should be a case of, low volume breaths. Not like, yeah, so low volume. If your heart rate, I can't put a number on this because I only used a heart rate monitor once in my life in the summer of 2015 when I was keeping my heart rate 140 to 150 beats per minute, which is actually very hard, I found. But yeah, like if you're breathing that kind of rate naturally, then I feel like you're putting in the right kind of effort. Do you know what I mean?